All right, let's talk about loan modifications for a minute. In the past, believe me, I have not been a fan. They have not worked. A lot of people have put a lot of hope into these loan modifications, myself included, and they just didn't pan out. The banks said one thing, did another. The climate, as far as distressed properties go and what banks are looking at, the climate in that has changed quite a lot in the last few months. Seriously, a couple of years ago, if you went to a bank and you said, as a realtor, I'm putting in a short sale package, we're going to short sell this house, they literally would have dropped the phone from laughing so hard. It just wasn't done. Now it's very commonplace. All the banks are doing it, and some of the banks are even streamlining the process and doing it very, very quickly. Times have changed. So I recently met with my attorney and talked to him about my situation and what my options are. For me, a short sale really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So the only other option is to give my house back to the bank. So I got nothing to lose. I'm going to go ahead and try for a loan modification. And he told me, he said, there's a lot of people who in the past were turned down, but they're trying again and they're getting it through. It appears that there are some programs out there, and these aren't necessarily the ones that are getting all the press, like HAMP and HAFA, but internal programs within the banks that are actually helping people. The reality is the banks understand that they are going to lose money, and they're finally coming to that, reality, and they're trying to figure out a way to minimize the losses. So a loan modification is when you're working with your lender to try and modify the terms of your loan. It's usually a reduction in your interest rate, but what we're seeing a little bit more now is some principal reductions. And in the past, these have been like the Loch Ness Monster of loan modifications, but it appears that they're actually doing them in some cases, very, very limited cases. There's some risks involved. If you do a loan modification, you need to be very, very careful that the new terms don't put you at higher risk. So this is definitely something you want to talk to your attorney about before you sign up for it. So, if you're running out of options, give it a shot. Give it another shot if you've been turned down. You've got nothing to lose. And if you're thinking about doing it, there's a website that you may want to check out. It's called counselordirect.com. When I first heard about it, because it sounded like some marketing tool for loan mod guys, but it's actually legit. I heard about it in a number of very well established, well respected online real estate journals. And what you do is you enter all your information, and it'll tell you the probability of you being granted a loan modification. If you want to continue and pursue one, you can actually take the information you've entered and have it transferred to a HUD counselor. So I just want to put that out there. If you do decide to pursue this, I would love to hear how it works for you. I think it's important for us all to share information about what's really going on, not so much what's in the news, but what's actually happening, and just help each other out, help us all get through this tough time. So if you have any questions or comments, shoot me an email at kristen@hereinphoenix.com. I would love to hear from you. Make it a great day.